get your measurements according to your sizes. Our paper scissors, please, your paper scissors is not your fabric scissors, so you should get a fabric and your paper scissors separately. They are not the same thing. Then our ruler for ruling, then curves for some parts that you need little curving. Then let's dive into the class. Yeah, these are our measurements that we'll be using for this class. You can take your own measurements and replace it. So this measurement is for this class. These are the measurements you'll be needing. You need the waist measurement, hip measurement, waist circumference, hip circumference, the thigh circumference, the knee length, the round nail, the crouch depth, the crouch length, the length of trouser, then the hip depth. These are the measurements we'll be needing. Now for the crouch the crouch depth, sorry, I already put a picture out there on how to get your crouch depth. And for the crouch length, you need a little calculation, just small calculation. Yeah, so this is how it goes. The hip, whatever your hip is, divided by 20 is the front, equals to whatever the answer is front crouch length. Then for the back, whatever the answer is the back crouch length. Okay, so the front crouch length is hip divided by 20 equals to what we have here. We have 1.7, which is like 1/3. Yeah, which is like 1/3 here for the front crouch length, while the back crouch length is hip divided by 10. Hip divided by 10, and that hip divided by 10 is giving us 3.4, which is like 3.5, approximately 3.5. So that 3.5 is the back crouch length, while 1.7 is the front crouch length. Let me go over this again. The hip divided by 20 is for the front crouch length, while the hip divided by 10 is for the back crouch length. So whatever the answer is for you, that is what you will use. You don't need to follow this one. Is whatever your answer is. You calculate your own with your hips. Whatever your hips is. Your hips can be 20, can be 40, your hips can be 50, your hips can even be 60. But just follow this calculation and you will get a perfect fit for your trouser. Now let's start. So the first measurements the first thing we are going to do is to take your pattern, your paper, yeah. So you come down by 3 inches. It's standard for everyone. It's a standard measurement for everyone. Just come down by 3 inches just to get a straight line. When you roll it into a straight line, after coming down by 3 inches, you come to the side also. This is the up, then you come to the side also and go in by 4 inches all the way down, 4 inches all the way down. So you connect the lines into a straight line. Yeah, this is the first steps. So after getting this, do I call it box, then you proceed by getting the length. Now your length is starting from this line, not to the top of the paper again, from this line. Then you measure your trouser length. Here I have 33 and my trouser length here is 36, so I'm short of 3 inches, but I'll manage the paper. I'll later increase it, but you just get your trouser length. Then if the paper is excess, you mark it, you rule the line, then you come up here. This line automatically serves as your waistline. This line here, it has automatically becomes your waistline. So from there you measure your hip depth. What hip depth do we have here? We have 8 as the hip depth. Then you place the hip depth 8 inches. Place the hip depth 8 inches. You roll a straight line. Then the crouch depth, we have 10 inches as the crouch depth, so you place your 10 inches for the crouch depth. You also roll a straight line. Then the next thing we'll do now is to place the hip measurements. Now the hip measurements, we are going to divide it by 4. So the hips is 34 divided by 4. So I have 8.5. So you're going to place your 8.5 here. Then 8.5 all the way to your hip, to your crouch depth. Then you connect a straight line. Yeah. So far, shape, I hope you are following. I hope you are understanding it. Just watch it over and over again, you will understand it. Now this is the hip line, and this is the crouch line, and this is the waist line. I hope you understand now. Now the calculation we did earlier, which is the front crouch length and the back crouch length. Now I'm drafting the front first, so I'm using the front crouch measurements that we took, which is 1.7. So I'm using 1 3/4. So you just mark it here. You get it. Now you will connect it to your hip depth. You place your cuff this way, then you connect it to the hip depth. You don't need to go up, just connect it to the hip depth. Yeah, just like this. Just like this. Now you measure whatever you have here from this hip depth, from this crouch point to this line here. You measure whatever you have there. Here I have 10 and quarter. 10 and quarter. So you divide it by 2. You divide that 10 and quarter into 2. 10 and quarter divided by 2. You mark it here. You bring it all the way to the hem of the pattern, and you also mark it. Then you rule, you make a straight line. It's called a grain line. It's for your trouser to sit perfectly. So it's compulsory you mark this. It's very compulsory. So when you are done with that, you place your waist measurement divided by 4. The waist measurement divided by 4. The waist is 27 divided by 4. I have 6 3/4. So this is your center front. This part here is your center front. So from here, from this point, you place your 6 3/4. Here it is. Then you make a curve. You place a slight curve to your hip depth. Just very slight. You don't need too much curve. Yeah. So we are done with the upper part. Then you come to the lower part. You place the nail length. It's part of our measurement. You take your nail length. So the nail length we have here is 16. So from your waist, you measure 16 inches for the nail length. Sorry, it's 18 or 16. 18 inches. So you measure your nail length 18 inches. 18 inches. So you rule a straight line. So on this nail line, you place your round nail measurement, which is 14. The round nail measurement is 14. So what you are going to do here is to take your 14 divide it by 2. So 14 divided by 2, I have 7 inches. So 7 inches, I'll divide it by 2 also. I have 3.5. So I'm putting 3.5 here and 3.5 here. Also, the down, if you want a straight pant trouser, we are making a basic pant trouser. So whatever we have here, we are bringing it to the down, to the hem line. 3.5, 3.5. So connect this straight, straight. This is also straight. So there, then you connect this point to this point, to this point here, to your crouch length, just this way. Then this point, you come here with just a light curve, nothing too serious, very light curve. You can even use your straight ruler if you like. So you just give it this. This is it. We are done with our front pant trouser. This is front. So on our next video, we'll be teaching you how to draft the back trouser.